You know, David,
Yes.
when I was a little boy, if we wanted tech news, we had to run 5 miles in our bare feet to the next town over so we could hear it from the blacksmith.
You guys had a blacksmith?
We didn't, the next town did. After much rumor mongering and leaks, Nintendo has finally revealed the cheaper version of the Switch. It's called the Nintendo Switch Lite and has built-in controls, so no removable Joy-Cons, but there is a D-pad instead of directional buttons. It's got a slightly smaller 5.5-inch screen instead of the 6.2-inch one on the vanilla Switch, but with the same 720p resolution and slightly higher battery life of up to 7 hours. There's no kickstand, infrared capability, or HD rumble, but there is still gyro support. It cannot be connected to a TV, but you can still connect wireless controllers, including regular Joy-Cons to play games that require them, like 1-2 Switch, if you wanna play that game for some reason. It'll be available in 3 colors for $200 US on September 20th. So this is how the 3DS dies. Not with a bang, but with a light switch. Did you get what like a light switch. It's a Switch Lite.
But what Switch is about it now?
I don't know.
It's not a Switch.
It's not that's a good point. There's no switching involved. We were all still pretty confused about how Google Stadia is going to work, even after we got lots of new details from Stadia Connect. A new FAQ posted on the Stadia website has cleared some things up, while other things remain confusing as ever. The page says users will still have access to games they've purchased on Stadia, even if the developer pulls support. If you cancel your Stadia Pro subscription, your game saves will still be available if you resubscribe in the future, and local multiplayer will be available with up to 4 Stadia controllers, although it's unclear whether it will work with third-party controllers. There's also a loophole spotted by Ars Technica that might allow you to buy a Founders Edition for $130, then return it for a refund after you've activated your Stadia access code. You'll lose access to the Stadia Pro extras, but it appears that this will allow you to get access to Stadia Base 3 months before its public launch. Now listen, David, I'm not saying you should do this, okay? But it seems like something that you could do if you were, morally kind of in a gray area.
Call me all 50 shades of gray.
Are we gonna get sued for this? Speaking of Google being sketchy, you know all those recent stories about how Amazon employees listen to audio recordings of Echo owners? Yeah, turns out Google does that too. Belgian news outlet VRT NWS was told by a person working as a contractor for Google that thousands of the company's employees have access to a system containing recordings from Google Home devices. Humans transcribe these recordings to help improve speech recognition, with Google officially saying only 0.2% of all audio clips are transcribed. But that's not the creepy part. Many of these audio clips, which VRT actually heard, were not meant to be picked up by the Google Home. People were just talking in the vicinity and the Home started recording. Arguments between spouses, conversations containing personal details, and people in emergency situations even, were all recorded and were subsequently reviewed by humans. VRT identified some of these individuals based on the recordings and then showed those people the audio of themselves. But like really, are we supposed to be surprised? Like did we not? We should have seen this coming.
Yeah. I threw mine out 3 months ago. It kept showing up every week.
Did you actually?
Yeah, it keeps showing up.
What kept showing up?
The Google Home.
At your house?
Yeah. There's
That's
no getting rid of them.
Well, that's creepy. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Vincero Watches. Vincero cuts out the middleman, so you'll get the look and feel of a watch that might cost 10 times the price elsewhere, like this matte black Kairos mesh. That's a nice watch. You can even engrave a message on the back and give it to someone special, or someone who's always late. They've got free worldwide shipping and over 15,000 5-star customer reviews, so check out their site now and use offer code Techlinked to get 15% off your entire order at vincerowatches.com/Techlinked or by clicking the link below. You may never have asked for Quick Bits, but here they are anyways. I don't care. Hello? Specs for Intel's 10th gen Comet Lake processors are circulating on the internet, which lists an 8-core, 16-thread Core i7 10700K
What?
and a 10-core, 20-thread Core i9 10900KF.
No, start again.
No. But as the news sources below will tell you, it's likely this is false.
Good.
We don't think it might be. I can understand someone making it up though. Intel is definitely a little salty after the spectacular launch of AMD's 3rd gen Ryzen processors, although last I checked, Destiny 2 is still not launching properly on the new CPUs. But that's one game, guys. They're great, okay? If you don't believe us, believe Anthony, okay? He's a good man. YouTube has rolled out changes to its copyright claim system that helps creators. Anyone claiming a manual copyright claim now will have to provide timestamps linking to the infringed content. And if you're the recipient of a claim, YouTube has new built-in editing tools to replace music or trim out the offending portion altogether. Aww, YouTube does love us after all. Or that's what they want us to think. You know who definitely does love us?
Who's that?
You know. Flowplayed. The US has somewhat clarified its stance on Huawei. The company will remain on the entity list of banned companies, but the Commerce Department will issue licenses for specific instances where trade can happen without endangering national security. You can spy on us when and how we say. I'm fine being spied on. I just want them to have a license, you know? It's only proper. Monaco isn't worried about spying. The tiny country became the first in Europe to roll out complete 5G network coverage using equipment made by Huawei. Okay, go ahead, Monaco. It's your funeral. Also, I should note, Monaco saying they have full 5G coverage really isn't, it's not saying much. I mean,
It's pretty small.
it's a tiny country. No offense. Sorry guys. And security firm Checkpoint has identified malware that it's nicknamed Agent Smith. Because like the character from The Matrix who assimilates other individuals, the malware replaces code from other apps, taking them over and avoiding detection. Agent Smith forces apps to display more ads and then redirects the revenue from the ads to its makers. It's infected 25 million devices, mostly in India, but also in the surrounding countries and North America through the third-party app store 9apps. Fully patched Android devices and apps should be safe though. You don't have to consult the Oracle to determine that's a good idea. Did you? Have you seen The Matrix? Have you even seen The Matrix?
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon. I know Kung Fu. But he doesn't sound like that anymore. It is a good idea to end this episode right now because I've been rambling long enough. Subscribe to Techlinked for more tech news, and that way, you don't have to walk 5 minutes barefoot to get it. We really provide a crucial service here at Techlinked. Techlinked Incorporated. Love you so much, see you later.